Well, welcome to the KHQA Garden. You're in the garden with KHQA this morning, and we want to show you some of our successes. A couple of weeks ago, we planted our onions and our lettuce. We have potatoes that we planted last week that are just now starting to pop through the surface, as you can see there. We also have a success over here with lettuce that's starting to sprout, but unfortunately, doom has come to a couple of our plants. Tell us about that, Kathy. This is Kathy Carpenter with the University of Illinois Extension. She is a master gardener, and of course, we have a tragic victim here.
Yes, it's a broccoli plant, and something nipped it right off. It is not going to come back from that kind of damage.
A casualty of battle right here with the pests in our area.
Yes, I think it's the culprit is a rabbit.
Well, I can see why. We have a great garden here.
There have been some nibbling on here, but this one I think is still good to go. This one is iffy. It has a healthy leaf, but you can see it got nipped, and so I'm not so sure that that one doesn't have to be put out of its misery as well.
Well, we've got some replacements that are in the wings waiting to take the place, but in the meantime, we want to tell you about what you can do about pests. And of course, with rabbits, what can we do to scare them off?
Well, in the case of rabbits, it's called a fence. And that is a fence, and it will go up around this garden at some point very shortly.
Yes.
And but rabbits themselves, they run so fast that there's really not too much that would scare them beside things like foxes, and big dog in the yard would help.
Oh, big dog in the yard.
Yes,
hey, dog owners unite. Now, the other thing I've always heard about was owls, having plastic owls or perhaps a snake in your garden.
Those are ones when the culprit are birds.
Okay.
And you can have significant damage to some crops from birds, pigeons, crows. Some of the other ones will go in after your seeds, and some of them, of course, owls and snakes are natural predators.
Okay. So they know what they're looking for.
Exactly, and so sometimes a bird can be scared off by one of those big plastic owls. The problem is that the birds, like crows, are extremely smart, and if the thing doesn't move, they know they don't have to be afraid of it.
Like a scarecrow, they know. So if you do have an owl or a plastic snake in your yard, the key is to move it around so it may be more of a tricky little pest.
True, and bird netting can sometimes be used if you have a crop like berries, for example, like blueberries or such that birds just love. You know, sometimes you never get any of your own berries because the birds come in.
Well, we're of course going to keep on this garden for the next months now. It's going through the summer months. We will keep you informed about what's coming up, what's not doing so well, and we're learning along with you. We're going to send it back to the studio, though, to see if we have any planting